There's one person. What's up, everybody? Back with another video. What's up, everybody? Back with another video. Monday, Moon Day. 12224. Hope everybody's well and swell. And hold on, guys, it's a little loud. Give me 1 second. We live. Let me know if we're live. It's a slow go Monday. Slow go Monday, and shout out to all you guys. And sorry I ain't been around much, but man, it's flying. But it's a lot of stuff going on in the world and everywhere in between. All right, thanks, Akuda. Good to see new faces. Um, and as usual, probably nobody's gonna get an alert. Um, you know, I was on a video the other day, had 7 comments. As soon as I clicked on the comments, there was says no comments on the channel. I can't even comment on my own channel. You know, um, yeah, most of the comments that I don't see comments. Literally on the one channel it said it had 8 comments. I go to click to see who commented, and it says no comments. And then some will say one comment. I go there, it's like 5. So I don't know. I don't know. Who cares? It just is what it is. But like Wise has been going live. I don't even get a. I don't even. It doesn't even show up on my feed. You know. But just lets me know we're doing something right, and YouTube is messing with the algorithms because we're in a desperate time, and the bullies are running amok, continuing murdering, destroying. You know our brothers and sisters in other countries, and continuing the same psychotic behavior. What's good, Kimmy? Daniel, good to see you guys jumping on it. These people are still doing what they've been doing forever. And this entity, the Zionist entity, right? And people can call it whatever they want. I'm just calling it what's known to the world, you know, whatever they are. They're not of righteous people, good faith people, whether they come in a Christian form, whether they come in a Muslim form, whether they come in an American form, a businessman form, a businesswoman form, a leader, a president, a lawyer, a psychotic billionaire business owner. It doesn't matter. That's the forms they come in. Whether they come in the form of a that looks like a Jewish person, or the Jesuits, it doesn't matter. These people are together. They're different. You can spot them out. You know, There's 11. A lot. There's been so much Jewish stuff going on, like this Jewish. Oh, it's the Jews. It's the Jews again, and it's a bully's a bully. It's not. It's people that have never had any experience in life that push stupid shit. You know, what's good rap samples. Um, it's people who don't have any experience in stuff. And I was lucky enough to be put in situations and had conversations with people to just know what I know. The universe will give you information. You know, the Creator, God, whatever you want to call it, it will give you what you need to know. You know, and lucky me, at a job I was at before, um, we had to do kosher, and a rabbi used to have to come in. And guess who? The only person that he ever liked to deal with was. Guess who that person was? It was me. You know, it was me. They would literally call me to come in to do a kosher, and they paid me extra to do it because I was requested from the rabbi. You know, and me and you know me and him had to have some deep ass conversations, and this was like shit 2000s, like I would say what 2001 all the way up to like 20 uh 2008 or some shit, you know, about and he used to request me, and if he was out of town or he wasn't available, the other rabbi, he passed it to him to request me to come in. And this is over. They didn't even like. They didn't like the building. Period. They didn't like the manager. They didn't like none of it. You know why? It's because it's something. People that are really into this faith are like us. I'm just giving it to you. They're like us. It's like a Muslim. A person that's a real Muslim is literally just like us. Understands what has happened, what's going on, deep. You know. And hold on one second. All right, sorry about that. So, understanding at the time I didn't know, but now I know. Understanding energy, understanding how certain individuals move. I go back and look at, oh, it's just the energy. They could feel. They have the insight, the knowledge, wisdom of understanding energy, and they can feel energy. And I've had some deep talks at the time. I really didn't even know, you know, half the stuff that I know now. We just talk about a lot of different stuff and, doing the kosher whole thing, doing the whole kosher process, and, understanding that. I used to ask questions on why he broke the whole entire kosher thing down to me. Why they have that belief. He broke down the structure of the family. Like, we used to have deep conversations, man. It was really beautiful. And, to know that and always know, well, this person and these people aren't bad. And then the beauty of going to Florida every year, and I would always go during a time where they would be down there, and it's being put in a situation to conversate. The largest group I ever conversated with was it was probably like 20 of them. Down in Florida, and they were from Israel itself, young. I would say from the ranges of 18 to like 30, you know. And it was funny because, we were all at a campfire at this resort, and they all came down. It was only like a couple people, but it was this couple, and they were like, I forgot where they were from, Georgia or something, a brother and a sister, and they were smoking weed. And then, they all came on, they were giggling and laughing. And then he was like, "What's so funny?" The dude was smoking weed. Like, "What's so funny?" Like, "Oh, nothing." And then the conversations went from there. And we probably talked for like over 2 hours, and they all ended up, the dude ended up rolling a couple blunts for him, and they was smoking, and it was dope, man. It was really dope. And how they kind of broke down, where they live in Israel and stuff like that. And, a couple of them couldn't speak English, so they was translate. It was really dope, man. I've always had good, meetings and stuff like that, you know. So basically, what I'm saying is there's a difference between, because there's a lot of that shit going on. Like, oh, hate. We gotta understand, why do they want you to hate these people? All right, but then they want it's like they hide the fact that these people are speaking out almost more than the fucking Americans are in America. You know, this is the shit they hide. You can go on Rumble and see all this shit. Massive amounts of videos. YouTube, no, you're not gonna see them on YouTube. You know, you're not gonna see them on YouTube. I was at a protest here in Rochester. I don't even know if I posted it. And there was some local Jewish people here. You know, it's like, damn, when you go look at the news, they don't show this side. The YouTube will delete the videos. They won't show you, the stuff that you see on Rumble and BitChute. And they're speaking out more than Christians about this shit. You know, it's wild. I share the ones that are like really lightly edited, but there's some that are straight direct, man. And then I'll show the news articles where they call them out. They call them the Zionists, right? That's what they call them. You know, whatever you want to put into that. I mean, Wise uploaded a video that was actually. It's always cool how we're always parallel. In the research at the same time. He just uploaded a video um about Ukraine, and this shit goes back into you know the Khazars, and that, and now you start to think, oh shit, there goes one of them Harris trucks way down here. Now you start to see why Ukraine, what they're doing in Ukraine. Calling it it's going to be the big Israel. It's like, oh shit, okay. You can start to see the plan unfold on what they're trying to do, because not only that, this bully, right, which is backed by the biggest bully of them all, you know, where we're sitting, you know, the same thing that was done to this nation is being done to Palestine, is being done in the Middle East right now, Syria, it's being done over there, right? Same thing. The bully comes over as a friend, and next thing you know, wants to take your shit. That's exactly how they got here. What you're seeing in Palestine is exactly what they did here. What you're seeing in Ukraine is exactly what they did here. All right, but that's the Ukraine thing is a whole brainwashing, but it's the same baseline, right? They're doing it in Ethiopia right now. Got to look at a map, man. See where all this shit is going down at. People are being killed. You know. So whatever label we want to put on these people, you know, we know, but a lot of people around us don't know, you know. And this is where they want this whole a holy war where Christians fight, Muslims fight, the Jews fight, right? And then the non-believers. If you're not any of those, you're considered a non-believer. Don't matter what the fuck you believe in, you're a non-believer, right? Why do they say non-believers? It's not that you don't believe in a God or a create. It's because you don't believe in their shit that they put out here for you to believe. That's the non-believer. Same book that people want, that I've been, debating with people. It's been funny to see people like, if you guys rock out with the book, it's cool, but know what you're into. Know that you're involved in a sorcery, right? Of a structure, of a script that they want you to use in your life to play out your character for actually their plan. It's literally that simple, you know. I'm done debating people about their book. I'm just gonna get to the point. And the other day I did the same thing, and you know what the point ended up being? I mean, keep in mind these are people that would come and comment on my shit, and then I get into it, and then they duck and run and hide. You know, they're like, you know, they get insults just automatically, and I never say anything insult. Just by you showing things of that belief, it's an attack to these people. What kind of energy are they under? You know, nobody that's of any kind of complexion could ever talk to me about that book. You can't, and you just cannot do it because I know the facts of it. You know, of this land, that it didn't exist here, that it was brought over here, that my ancestors, you know, that come from the Carolinas, which was Florida, right? Which they had to split and move because of, you know, land, and stick Georgia in there, right? This is all stuff people can go, this is all documented, recorded. This is real shit. This is no fabrication of stuff, you know? When you know where your ancestors came from, you know they existed for thousands of years, you know, artifacts in the lands, at the museums on the lands, you know? My family comes back to the Catawba Indians, right? They call it Indians, but it's just Catawba. They put that whole Indian spin on it, you know? And we spoke Siouan, right? The Siouan language. What's up, Herm, AB? Yeah, what's up, Herm? You know? That's what we spoke. And you know, I'm not with that whole racial garbage where they, you know, white people did this and all this other stuff. It's, you know, that's stupid, you know? It's not the same. And just like the same thing with all these, you know, the people's us, you know, you see all this shit about, oh, the Jews are, you know, now all you seeing it all over. Why is it being propagated? Oh, the Jews are doing this and they're bad and they're doing this and then this, and you know, they're in control of Hollywood and they're in control of this and they're all the Jew. That's this hatred. Remember, Hollywood is what? Make believe. So what are these motherfucking people? Oh, they're Jewish. They're Jewish people. You gotta start look a little deeper. These motherfuckers are they cloaked as a Jewish person to in the end turn and make them people look bad so they could be destroyed as well? See, people don't look at that side. Oh, it's the Jews, it's the Jews. Do you ever realize that these people mask themselves in Freemasonry and all these organizations and government and you know everywhere, every aspect they have masked themselves into, you know? And lucky for me, I can decipher it because the creator have put me in positions to where I know right from wrong. You know, the TV and the internet is not going to tell me that a group of people are bad when I've had personal relationships with these people. You know, still got the phone number to this day. I know I can call them up. You know, right now I can call them up. Hey, David. Hey, how you doing? You know, that whole tunnel shit. That was to make them look bad. All it was all that shit was when all that COVID shit was going on, they locked their shit down too. The police was out there fucking them up like they did everybody else. And then these people think that they control everything. No, that they did, that wouldn't happen. That same entity said, nah, they can't do that. They don't like those people either. They hid all their protests. I was sharing it. Shit was getting deleted. They wasn't having that shit. But they had brought a whole lot of motherfucking police to shut that shit the fuck down. And so they dug these fucking tunnels. It's videos of of um of this community in that place all over the internet. You can just look it up, inside and out. You know, that's all it was. I mean, it's just the shit they know how to do. You ever see that? These motherfuckers know how to dig tunnels. You know, Muslims, they know how to dig tunnels. That's just shit they know how to do. Like, what the fuck? Natives, Native American. What do you think natives? We know how to dig tunnels, man. Fuck. I mean, it ain't that hard. Animals do it. Nature does it. We a part of nature. Dig a fucking tunnel. It ain't fucking hard. Oh, they pulling out a mattress. Oh, look at this and look at that. What the fuck? Y'all believe that stupid shit? They're making you believe that shit. Right, Kimmy? Oh, I need me a fucking tunnel, you know? So, you see all this stuff and you just gotta have discernment, man. You know? And because we at war, guys. We're at the war. It just ain't been brought over here yet. It is war is going on. And there's going to be repercussions from all of this stuff. And again, this entity hid itself in the United States. Hid itself in the United States, man. You know? But, like I said, man, like, again, back to the whole thing about, this Americanized, you know, Christianity from that mindset is making you believe all this stuff so you could actually help further whatever they're trying to do. This shit's been set thousands of years ago. They just needed you to sign up for it. And America is the newest land. You signed up for it. They done spread to other nations. They ain't sign up for the shit. They need you to co-sign when they get ready to do what they want to do. They need your energy, you know? And being blinded with a gun, being blinded with a loaded gun is just as dangerous as being able to see exactly what the fuck's going on. Because they can point you any direction you can't see, but they can tell you just fire over here, fire over here. But wait a minute, I don't know who's behind it. Just fire. Remember, have faith. You know, because innately people in these areas, they don't have that concept of fucking owning Earth and killing and maiming fucking people. They just don't. They want you to make you believe. After they bombed fucking Damascus last week, the rhetoric on the news was they actually still come out of their mouth saying Assad history of killing its own people. Like, what? And the people still, how can anybody still buy that shit? How could anybody still buy that? That's what Saddam Hussein did. That's what Gaddafi did. That's what all these other motherfuckers did. That's what Hitler was. But that whole Hitler shit, I mean, I don't even want to go on that because it's so far long ago. People could believe whatever they want to believe. But everything that was out there that showed the opposite is scrubbed. It's not even a conspiracy theory anymore. I studied that shit years ago when people were on it. I'm like, damn, I ain't never seen or heard that shit before. That's scrubbed. If they wanted you to believe that shit, it would be out here. That you can't find nothing on what the research that people done on that whole situation, on I forgot what channel was it. It literally showed all these Holocaust survivors were fucking not even had nothing to do with that land over there. It was fucking unbelievable, you know? And the one guy was even calling these motherfuckers on the phone, emailing them. That shit is totally scrubbed from the fucking internet, you know? But that's a whole nother story. Fuck that. Because we got a new modern day Adolf that's coming aboard, you know? The way they portrayed us to think about it is what they're gonna run again, you know? I don't see the American government tell build. Look, we may go to war. We're gonna out west. We're gonna build bunkers for all you guys. This country always talking about war. The big fucking bully that we live in, and a bitch ain't got no. They don't tell you to do shit. That lets you know they want you destroyed, motherfucker. At least back in the Cold War days, they had fallout shelters for us, right? Go down in the basement, store some food. Here's money. Here's signs where the fallout shelters is. What the fuck how is our government protecting us? Let's pretend we're some fucking brain dead zombies. How are we how is our government trying to save us or help us? Look around you. You had all kind of drills. What we get? What we get is what they're training us for. We get all I get alerts on my phone from kids that I can't even fucking see, right? Alerts for their school on lockdown drills. That's what they get. Mass shooter drills. That's what they get. They get we get mass shooter drills. Your government is programmed you to what? To the fucking all out fucking destruction. You know? Your government has created nothing for you to even fucking survive. Like they got no protocols for a war, anything. Think about back in the days. You had fallout shelters. My grandfather, that was one thing. We used to go to Colorado, go in the basement. I used to always, why is all this food down here? Oh, your grandpa, you know, this is my white side, you know. Oh, your grandpa, you know, he's always prepared just in case, you know. And I was, now I realize where I got some of my shit from, you know. I used to always wonder why there was, you know, excess amount of stuff, you know. Like, oh, now it makes sense why he moved to Colorado, you know. And I just noticed a lot of shit when I was younger, you know, like 5, 6, 7, 8. And yeah, man, what we got over here, fucking we got what? Nothing. All the hurricanes and fucking tornadoes and shit that destroy everything. He ain't got shit for you. Government ain't got. Oh well, we gonna build. We're gonna build. You know, it'd be fucking earthquakes over there in China and fucking Taiwan. Them they got. Look, we need to. You know, we need to have all these. You know, they know what to do. When something happens, boom, they get to scattering, and they live with earthquakes, 5.0, 6.0s all the time. You know, that shit's like nothing. That shit's like the wind blowing to them. We get an earthquake over here, man. This whole fucking shit coming down. This nation was built to be destroyed, in other words. And the people in it were built to be destroyed. You know, when you look at it, you're like, damn, they built us to fucking be destroyed. You know? Think about that shit. All this war talk, we're always going to war. We need to prepare. We need funding, funding, funding for everything else but us. Pretend we're into the political spectrum. We don't, you know, ain't no school drills doing nothing in case there's a fucking war or some shit or a bomb or, you know, a power outage. Ain't that school ain't doing power outage drills. They're doing mass shooter fucking drills. And Peter can be fucking Erica. Fucking, we need to have an assembly. So Erica, who is actually Billy, can change his gender every other fucking month. This is what we got here, but everybody just sits around doing absolutely fucking nothing, watching the next fucking news story to come out so they can fucking, oh, look at this, look at that. It's complete. I hope people, real motherfuckers, my real brothers and sisters, paying attention and preparing. You know, I got my eye on a lot of different shit. You know, because I can't perceive 2025. I have no vision of what 2025 looks like. You know, and yeah, I could be brainwashed, but the signs, you know, I look to the creator. I look to creation. Like, give me a sign, you know? And that sign is I ain't got no vision of it. So that's telling me, okay, I need to focus right now, you know? But yeah, let me pick in the comments. What's good, labs? 2 live stream today at Y. Second one be tonight. Okay, I don't see y'all. Time to reset. Okay. Mr. Boston, what's good? Kimmy, rap samples. Wise, what's good? My brother, Akuda. Shout out to all y'all for jumping in this morning. You know, I'm just talking about the bullies. You know, we're sitting in the bully. Yeah, Terrence McKinnon's dope. Very dope. Tonight, second one will be tonight. Okay, I'm gonna try to get in there. I'm gonna try to stay out the YouTube realms, but y'all ain't, you and Wise ain't the YouTube realms. It's outside of the YouTube realms, you know. But anyways, you know, I'm just doing a Monday crash talk. You know, seeing a lot of the nonsense, you know, all the shit that's going on crazy, you know, the Satanist, DeSantis, and all this other garbage, bread and circus crap. I mean, you know, I mean, you look at it, the election is February, March, April, May, June, July, August. You know, it's going to be heated up well before that, but you got 8 to 9 more months. You know how fast that's going to go by? You know, this eclipse is going to be big. You know, it's going to be big energetically. You know, that eclipse is going to be big. Me, I'm going to be somewhere, nowhere I cannot be. Whatever, you know, this shit is coming directly through the cities of Rochester, Buffalo, Cleveland. It's going to be kind of near Austin, but not dead center. Those are really the only major areas that, you know, it's coming through. You know, these are the major metropolis that this shit is coming through. You know, um, um, so I plan to be somewhere in the direct path because I want to receive my own energy like I did last time. You know, um, and you know, the feeling was unbelievable. I don't want to be in. Uh, I don't want to be in. You know, these areas. Like, it's literally going to be dead center through Cleveland. It's going to be dead center through Buffalo, Rochester. I'm talking like dead center. Um, these are all the big cities. What other dead center? It's going to be, you know, it's going to go through Dallas, but not really directly through Dallas. Waco, it'll be right in the middle of that. Um, you know, it'll be going through what big other big cities? Let's see. Illinois, it's gonna, you know, It'll be close to Indianapolis, like dead center Indianapolis. That was another city. Um, what else? Where else is it going directly through? Let's see. But for me, these are powerful as these are powerful things only because we know it's used. Um, this energy is used and harnesses. So I believe, you know, that we should harness this energy ourselves, our way. We create it. Don't have any plan. Like I ain't gonna have no fucking plan. All I know is I'll be in a vicinity of where I want to go, and I'm going there. No plan, no nothing, and receive it. I believe that's an organic way to do it. You're not in, you know, you're not in where they put you, in a zip code, in this house, in this address, under this utility, under this, no, it's just a belief. Hey, that's just me. Everybody else could do what they want. I like to be free, like last time. I just was free as by, where the fuck I was end up, and I was way in Wyoming, right dead smack in the fucking middle of this shit. Beautiful. Had used my Nikon, recorded it, I did on my phone, did a night like mad, I had like 6 different kind of video of that shit. I was all lost on my other channel. You know, I still got it somewhere, but am I gonna look for it? No. But yeah. So for it's gonna be significant, and in my area, um, they are really propagating it. So, but like I said, those are basically the only big cities that it's really coming through. In America, but it's gonna fork that X on over, you know, and yeah, be fun, be interesting. So, but anyways, but the bugs, we talking about bugs. Fuck is this here? Man, a lot of shout out to all you guys. A lot of new names. Shout out to you guys. The doctor told my dad to make sure he didn't eat any grass. Apparently, there are similar to shrimp, which he has allergy to. Yeah, that's one thing I don't worry about is starving anymore. You know, knowing that um what you can eat outdoors, you know. But look, I gotta take a 2-minute break. I'm at my spot, Just Juice. I'll be right back. Give me a couple minutes. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Yeah, Laz, still waiting on that email. I haven't got an email yet. Send me that email, Laz. I'm calling you out. Send me that email. I'm calling you out. You send it? You got to send it again. It's yeah right 2021 at gmail.com. Just send it. Send it now. I'll look for it. Let's see. So I'll be going to Florida soon, and I'll try to make it the Akala. You know, and we could pop on. You never know. You never know what I turn a live stream on. I might be sitting next to Wise, Laz, Fake Mike, somebody trying to bridge the brotherhood, bridge the energy across this fruited plain where we got psychopaths running amok. But the only thing that'll change it is the mentality, the energy, and the spirit, and love. That's the only thing that'll change it, you know. And that's why I be, with the religion thing, it was brought over here to kill, steal, and destroy, and people think it's some kind of righteous shit and don't realize by being the way you are, because again, there is some real divine knowledge and truth in there on how to be. But that's for you to go that route, and you could be dark, evil, or good, righteous, light. And they see where you took it. So when they go destroy it, you're gonna be, destroyed with it. So, but it's good to see all you guys here this moon day morning. It's sunny where I'm at. We've been getting bombarded with snow, not too much. I mean, try to total like 8 fluffy inches. But it's going back up into the 30s today, so it'll be all melted, then the 40s, so then rain, so it'll be all gone up here. But yeah. So the big bully, whatever that entity is, you can see it, what the bully's doing. And fortunately, the bully wears a shirt called the red, white, and blue called the United States of America. And fortunately, we don't like bullies, but you know, we're technically supporting the bully. I know it's tough. It's just the reality of it. I'm supporting the bully too, you know. I'm supporting the bully too. It's wild, man. It's wild. But what they're doing across the Middle East, I mean, that's people talk about, oh, the world war. I mean, it's going on, guys. It's just not what you thought. It's going on. Disease X. This is a slow kill, man. This is a slow kill war, you know? And I don't think everybody's on board, you know? I don't really think everybody is not on board. They're trying to get everybody on board. We can see that over there. Like I said, man, it's so twisted, man. You got two uh factions running amok, you know? too. So, man, it's amazing how people still um, are into that belief. But it's a good it's a good sorcery, you know, good form of sorcery. And that's another thing, they want you to believe that Islamic extremist ideology when that's not, you know, that's not what, they wanted you to hate Muslims under the pretext of what they made you perceive Muslims to believe. I mean, to Muslims to be. They put that perception in a lot of Americans' head because I'm going to say, oh, they're the devil, they're Satan, Allah is Satan. I'm like, wow, these people they just shoot that shit out of the side of their mouth. That's crazy. You know, that's wild, man. How do you believe they want to kill and do all this other stuff? Well, you got it from the perception of the mindset of the people that want to control you, and then at some point destroy that entity. Same thing with the whole Jewish thing. They kept Americans away from that knowledge because that knowledge will actually bring you into a being of light, you know? And, one thing that I never really understood was, you know, the rabbi that I know, because I used to talk to him and ask him, what's the, like, like, what's the difference? Like, because I used to ask all the shit about the food, and I was like, what's the difference about, about the belief? And they said, they basically Christians and things of that faith look for a creator God and worship that instead of bringing the creator into them and bringing those principles of the creator into themselves and then walking in that light and then furthering their knowledge and understanding in that light. I'll never forget them conversations, you know? And that's what it is. People that are into that book look outside of themselves and, worship something outside instead of bringing that creator inside of them. And if you look at a lot of us who've woken up, this is what we've done without any of that. We realize who we are, what we are. We know there's something out there, but we bring the nature, the wisdom, the knowledge, the sun, the energy, the stars, the moon. We bring that back to us and incorporate that into our life and try to live better, be better. Know that nature is a part of us. Know that, hey man, I don't want to pull that weed up right there. I don't want to cut that tree down right there. I don't want to kill those bugs. You know, I don't want to, I'm not going to sit here and, my brother over here, treat him like shit. That homeless person, I'm not going to say, fuck off. That person on this, I'm not going to, you look at things different, you know? And then what do you learn to become? You learn to become more creative. You see? You learn to be more creative, you know? Exactly, Kimmy. That's 100%, you know? And people from Israel told me that before and after smoking blunts, you know? If I go down there this year during that time in April, I'm gonna do some videos and just show you guys. You know, last year I was down there with Fake Mike, right? And this was when we met Wise, but we were at a Publix, And I seen these Jewish, they're everywhere at that time, but they were just looking. We were like, I'm like, damn, are they looking for their car or something? I was like, go and help them. And they were just looking around, looking at people. Then they spotted us, and then they were like, and they looked at us, you know, they like looked and they had like a weird look, and then they just came up to us and like, hey, you guys want, this extra, juice and stuff? He's like, we had got a lot, and we don't need it. We're gonna give it away. And I'm like, oh damn, that's cool. I'm like, but I don't drink, I don't drink that stuff, juice like that, and all this stuff. I was like, no, we really don't need it. I was like, thank you, I appreciate y'all. They were real nice and just cool as fuck. And then they're like, oh, okay, no problem, brother. And then it was me, my sons, and Fake Mike. And then when we went in Publix, they kept staring and shit. I'm like, why are they there? Why they keep looking? But it was like a nice look. And then it came up, I was like, wow, you guys all have to be brothers. And I was like, and I was like, yeah, we are. We sure are. How'd you know? He's like, oh, you guys look hairy, you guys look alike. And then I forgot what else it said. He's like, all right, they just were super fucking friendly. And you know, that's not people that are full of hatred, you know? It just ain't. And I've had the ability to be around Muslims. When I used to sell cars, one of my partner was Turkish, which was Muslim. And I was able to, be around all that, and there used to be this one Christian guy that worked for a parts company that used to come in there, and man, they would be in there for 3-4 hours just going back and forth about the religions, you know. And he was like an American Christian, and it was times where the I forgot what they call him, the head Muslim of one of the churches would come in, of one of the mosques would come in and get his car fixed. And this dude was like, when he came around, like everybody felt beautiful. Everybody felt, it's like when I met Sonam, which was you know a spiritual healer of Indian. You know, it's like I've been had the ability to be around all these beautiful cultures and to give me a better insight on many different things. You know, but when this Muslim, this Muslim, I forgot what they call him. But when he used to come, like everybody I was around, it was like just super beautiful energy. He would talk and he would, like, he would grab your hand and like bow his head and, you know, say shalom alaikum, and, you know, stuff like that. But it was dope, man. It really was. It was beautiful. So yeah, you know, so you know, but anyways, at Boston, yeah. Let me see. Man, y'all have the conversation. Meanwhile, right? Well, America is the new Egypt. Religious freedom is celebrated. That's what truly Americans and Francis Bacon. And civilization was destroyed. Um, YouTube is a dialogue in Alexander. I'm getting some of the conversation, but I don't know where it stemmed from, so it's hard for me to chime in on the conversation going on down there. But yeah, Abba Yala, America. I mean, we can get into Abba Yala, because that was the true name of America, was Abba Yala. Before that entity came over here, the colonizer. And we already know what happened. Same thing that's happening over in those countries. It's nothing different. You get a little small piece, and it's like a colony. It just infests and spreads and spreads. They come as friends, and then they turn into run your shit, get down, or lay down. That's what it turns into. You know, people are like, how? Well, we're seeing a modern day demonstration on how right now, and you know, it's a lot of people that left. This is what a lot of people don't know about Israel. There's a lot of Israelis that left Israel because they saw what the entity, we call them Zionists, Jesuit, whatever the fuck it is, was doing. So what they did is they left. They left because that's not of their belief. You know, and that's a fact. Hold on one second, man. Oh, fuck. So yeah, the Islamic flag has the moon that is symbolized the bull. Yeah. See, I don't get into the the what they show us is who they are. All right. So when you see like you know, when you see like uh, um what do I want to say? When you see like you see like the flags and shit, right? Um you got to ask yourself um what entity is that? You know? Remember that concept of showing is an outside, how I don't know how to put this, is an outside concept. So rulers and the same people, you know, they put, they create these the flags. So when you see a flag, know that this entity is behind all that shit because this is stuff they believe in, that flag. You see, Native Americans never had no fucking flags. We call them Native Americans, just so people know what I'm talking about. There was never no flags in tribes. There wasn't no fucking flags. There was no flags. Where that concept come from? You see? You look at the ancient countries over there in Egypt, no flag. You look at, these old empire in China, wasn't no flag. These ancient cultures, they didn't have flags. So you gotta understand where this shit be stemming from. Why do they want you to see these things? Why do they want you to believe that that it's this? You know, that comes from an outward person. You see, people who were in these lands on Earth in early times before this entity came along was one with it. You know, was one with it, and that's why you could go into the whole Bible. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? The whole Bible thing, where we know a lot of us know where it comes from, but you tell them they don't want to believe it. Adam and Eve, right? They think that it's a man and a woman. They came, they sinned, and oh shit, we're all living in sin. This stupid ass ideology makes zero sense whatsoever. But to know that that came from a tomb, which is Adam. I mean, it's like, come on, you can't, you know, in a tomb, and then you say, oh, well, where'd Adam came from? Well, he was the son of God and this and that, but before sin, and he was the only one, and he was, I'm like, what? That's the same story as Egypt. When a tomb birthed Shu and Tefnut. I mean, it's the same fucking concept. That when a tomb became out of balance, after he what? The whole passage from the from that understanding is he sinned. This is where the whole masturbation crap, sin in the Bible comes from. That you ask a Christian, well, where'd that? You say, just throw them off. Say, well, okay, what about masturbation? Like, oh, you're a pervert. Nah, I'm about to show you something. Well, why is that a sin? Well, because they have no fucking clue. Well, why? Because they don't want you to know it came from ancient Egypt, right? Because with it, he squeezed his phallus with his fist and spat or birthed or came Tefnut and Shu, which is a male and female entity, which is just was an out of balance of a tomb that created Shu and Tefnut, and that whole story over there, and then it goes on from there. And Atum was the evening god, right? Because he was birthed from the primordial waters. And when you get into Adam, same shit. It's the same fucking story. You know, it's the same goddamn story. But you tell a Christian this is like, oh, your beliefs in Egypt are perverted. I'm like, I'm telling you where this shit is stemming from. You can't tell me anything. This ain't me saying shit. This is all you can go figure this shit out on your own. You know? It's the same story. You know? And it's wild, man. It's wild to know facts when you know this nation's been here for a long time. When me personally have traced my roots right back to the Carolinas, which was Florida, you know, which is the Carolinas, right? And I mean, I could break that whole thing down. I even found out where my family's name came from before it was given to them. I mean, I found all that out. Nobody with a Bible can tell me anything because I also have the script that they gave my tribe, right? The Catawba. They want to call them Indians, but it's just the Catawba. I have that, which they translated from English into Siouan, right? And indoctrinated my ancestors with it. And that's where the whole one of the biggest thing in the whole community of black people always growing up was, oh, you need to be saved, you need to be saved. Man, that's epigenetics. That's a scar that was passed down through DNA from a few generations, that we need to be saved with this shit, because that's how they were. If we didn't accept that our ancestors that was stolen, raped, and pillaged, and killed, and maimed, and their heads were taken. If they did not take on this belief off with their head, they took that belief to be saved. See, people don't know that. That's what the whole thing of being saved came from. They want to be saved from being slaughtered, from the people that brought this shit over here. And this was one of their things. In order to be saved, you need this doctrine, and it'll free you. And that baby, that's where it came to believe. You know, I have all that. You know, it's called a hymn, and it's in Suian. I tell you, have you ever heard of a Suian Bible? I tell them, they're like, what? They don't even know what the fuck that is. Yeah, it's 24 pages. Ain't that some shit? That's it. It's all the basic garbage that they want you to know. The Ten Commandments, John 3:16, John 1:7, you know, and some other bullshit in there. all shit to make you fear somebody and follow these commandments, and you'll be able to walk around with your head and not be slaughtered like the rest of your family, thousands of your family. Yeah, cult life. That's what it was, cult life. And all this is verifiable, you know? So nobody could ever come talk to me about no damn book. Hebrew Israelite. That's who I was actually going back and forth with for the past week, a Hebrew Israelite. So I just went straight to the point. I'm like, you can't even talk to me, man. I just been wanting to see where you'll pick your brain a little bit and like, oh, let's show you something. And they're in Georgia right now. You know, it was like my family. They in Carolinas, right there. They don't want to hear it. You know, and this other brother, he's from Georgia, and he's talking to me about. He's in Georgia right now. He's in Decatur, Georgia, at that, talking to me right now about some damn Hebrew Israelites and some damn Bible that didn't even exist. That there is no biblical names in that area. You need There's a whole lot of research out there for you to do before you can even come talk to me. You just gonna ignore all that, and and some of the names are still there to this day. Ain't no Christian, ain't no biblical, ain't no nothing. You know, same thing in Florida. Florida ran all the way up. You know, I mean, this shit is it's deep, man. Knowing the history of yourself, you could start to pick apart a lot of different things. You know, you can start to pick it apart. You know, and I done broke it all the way down to damn where my black side of the family's surname come from. And I'm like, damn, they gave them 30,000 acres of land in the Carolina. So all that, and I had the actual map, the survey map of the plot of land that they got, and it was right where the tribe was. So all the people that are in there become his now, and he gets to name all those. Ain't that crazy? And I've done this for another person. I was taught this. So once I learned, of course, I want to show somebody people who really want to know, that care, And one of them actually was a Hebrew Israelite who is not a Hebrew Israelite anymore, you know, and actually helps people now do the same damn thing. And that's what they're afraid of. That's why they gotta get up, because God forbid the natives and black people figure out what's going on. Auditing, shout out to Auditing Erie County, who's exposing the Buffalo fucking go look at that city hall building. You can see the pack that these colonizers in the Erie Nation has right in that fucking building, you know? And that is one of the only buildings in America that you could see the actual tribal link and know that there's some kind of contract that I could probably do the research and find it. I just never have. I already know what I see. I already know. Well, it's still called Erie, you know? Oh, that's why there's casinos all over that bitch. You know? They got some kind of deal. They don't want everybody else to know about the deal, you know? There's certain venues you could have in Buffalo that you can't have in Rochester. Same thing with Syracuse. There's certain things you could have in Syracuse. See, people don't even know why the state fair is in Syracuse. There's a reason the great New York State Fair is in Syracuse, because it ties into the Onondaga Nation. See, people don't want to talk about real shit that we can see right in front of us, verify. We don't need to know about that. We need to know about this. We need to know about that. We need to know about this. People don't even care where the fuck they come from. You know, it don't matter what color you are. Because I happen to be both sides of the coin, black and white. Blessed. So I don't trace my whole white side, you want to call it, all the way. I'm like, God damn. And I see where they come from in Germany. I'm like, wow. It was actually a people up there and a tribe. Good God Almighty. But they come over here and they white. Ain't that crazy, man? We all fucked up in the game, man. We're all mislabeled and classified, you know? We should all have our native roots. You know, that's who we are. Our identity has been taken. Why? You take your identity. Everything in this nation is about identity, but we have no identity. When you get stopped, they want to see your identity. Why? They want to see if you identify with them. Then they got you. This is the world we live in, man. This is the world we live in, but this is the information that nobody cares about. As many people as I told this, I probably got a handful because people truly don't want to know who they truly are. They don't. They're scared of themselves because it's work. When you find out who you were, that's work. When I found out who I was, that's work, man. That's work. You know? And I contacted the modern Catawba Nation. They didn't want shit that they didn't want. I was right, but they didn't want nothing to do with me because they know they have contracts, right? They're federally recognized. Been beautiful, you know, and I could tie myself to that nation. They would accept me, but I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want that. That's a whole other. I'll actually lose when you truly know what's going on. You know, it's wild, man. It's really crazy. It's really crazy, man. They have all the stuff there. You know, that nation got all the names of all the members. You just got to go find them. You know, and the ref, you trace back. You have the record. You know, that's your heritage. And a brother I know has been trying to, you know, go to some of these nations, but the money's so good, they don't want to hear it, you know? The money's too good. But they know they're oppressed, they know their land's been stolen, they know they got the shit end of the stick, but it's work. They don't want to go through all that. But the day they do, right? The people got to go. They got to cease to it. They got to go. They got to undo all the fucking shit that they've done. And you don't do it with a gun. You do it with paper. Oh, this nation has this treaty. Well, we want to ratify this treaty. We want our shit back. You know? And then they say, well, you can't have your shit back. Now, wait, why we can't? Now you'll see the true face of evil. But if enough people are behind it, they can't. What are they going to start killing? They're going to genocide. Now they're going to genocide. This is what creates real genocide. Oh shit! The people are finding out. Oh man. All right. Next thing you know, fucking some area in the United States got blown the fuck up. A bomb fell out of an F-16. What happened? Well, there was 100,000 people trying to ratify a treaty between this entity, whatever the fuck it was, the federal government, and this nation. And mysteriously, a fucking plane, F-16, 10 of them bitches were flying over. They all AI dropped missiles on them by mistake. Oh, we need more control over AI. Meanwhile, that problem's gone. This is the shit they don't want, man. This is stuff that they don't want us to know about, you know? You know, you got people don't even know. Like, people don't even want to know. This is stuff that when I woke up, I wanted to know. When the creator gave me the ability to see, I wanted to know. I'm like, shit, I want to know. You know, most people, they don't want to know. They don't care. America's too comfortable. Their daddy's house is too comfortable. It's too big. It's too nice. It's too easy. You know, it's crazy, man. And it's and we're still under this. Okay, look. So let me read something to you from Carolinas, right? All right, Carolina is taken from the Latin word Charles, Carolus. So Carolina comes from Charles. A lot of us know this, right? 1629, King Charles the First of England granted a patent to Sir Robert Heath for the lands south of 36 degrees and north of 31 degrees under the name to honor that King of Carolina. Carolus is Latin for Charles. Heath wanted the land for the French um, Huguenots, but when Charles restricted use of the land to members of the Church of England, that's another thing. Research the Church of England. Heath assigned his grant to George and Lord Berkeley. King Charles I was executed in 1649, and Heath fled to France, where he died. Following the 1660 restoration of the monarchy, Robert Heath's heirs attempted to reassert their claim to the land, but Charles II ruled the claim invalid, honoring King Charles II, and was first named in the 1663 Royal Charter King Charles II. And he had given the land to a group of 8 nobles, right? This is where you get all these colleges from. The 8 nobles called the Lords Proprietary. Now, this is when you got to know lingo. This law shit goes all the way back. And then you could see what we're under. I'm almost done. All right. And what's a Lord's proprietor, right? It's a person granting a royal charter for the establishment and government of an English colony. That's what it is, guys. We None of this stuff has changed. We just masked with bullshit, right? The plural term is a Lord's proprietors, Lord's proprietary. Under a Lord's proprietary, a royal charter is a formal grant issued by a monarch under royal hold on prerogatives as letters patent, right? Historically, they have been used to promulgate public laws, right? The most famous example being the English Magna Carta, the Great Charter of 1215, but since the 14th century have only been used in place of private acts to grant a power or right of power to an individual or body corporate, right? They were and still used to establish significant organizations such as boroughs with municipal charters, universities, and learned societies, right? Public law that grants a body to a corporate, which is corporations disguised as legal entities, and governments, which are bodies of a few, kings and rulers disguised as public officials. This shit is all what is going on today. And people can't see it because of the legal system. This is why it is what it is, because there's a king. This is why you can't own nothing. Only the king can own things. You're a slave. You can't own shit around this bitch, right? And people, a lot of this stuff is ran through universities. This is why universities have all the law schools. You see how they done it? They create bodies, right? What is the government? It's a body of men. See, people don't want to know people want to know numbers and counting numbers and all this other stupid shit and want to know, this and that and this religion and this belief and this. People don't want to know the real shit. The real reason exactly why, to the T, we're sitting in the situation we are now. Nobody wants to know that shit. Nobody cares. It's too much fucking work. That's real brain work. That's real research. You can see it. You ain't got to make up no fucking conspiracy theory. You can see this shit. You can see it. You can see this shit, right? So check this out. The first was named in 1660. Royal King Charles II gave land, the 8 nobles, right? They were the Lord's proprietor, right? In case you guys don't know. Hold on. All right. So in case you don't know, when I say the word proprietor, you know what that shit is? The owner. Someone who has a legal and exclusive ownership of something. So when you see me reading this word and I'm saying proprietor, right? They're talking about the motherfucking owners. So the Lord's owners, that's what they are. Not the Lord you thinking of, Jesus, all the Bible people, the Jesus, the Messiah, Yeshua, Shawama, Shawa, all that shit. No, that's not the Lord's proprietor. Sorry, right? So King Charles II had given the land to a group of 8 nobles called the Lord's proprietors, which the Lord's owners. They planned for a Christian colony. This is what they were doing, guys. This is what they wanted. What they wanted to colonize and plan a Christian colony, right? This is all verifiable. These are all records out here. This ain't no just me talking out of my ass, right? Granting to Edward Carl of Clarendon, George Duke of Albemarle, William Lord Craven, John Lord Berkeley, Anthony Lord Ashley, Sir George Curtin, Sir William Berkeley, and Sir John Colton the right to settle lands in the present day United States and of North Carolina, Tennessee, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, and Florida. And many colleges were named after these people and their kids and their family members. All these big ass universities that they call Jesuit universities and all these other universities where lawyers come from, every single government official across the fucking world went to a university. They run this game all across. That's why people can't talk to me about a lot of shit I don't even get into because it's too deep. It's deep like this. People are like, oh, the president of this state, that state. Yeah, the motherfucker's a lawyer. He was taught at a university in England or over here or over here. Okay, what are these universities? Who put those universities there? Oh, the rulers, the Lord's proprietors, the owners. So remember George Collins talk about the owners? They own you, they own us. It's undeniable. Why the fuck don't people want to be unowned is beyond me, you know? That's why you're called a perpetrator. In anything, you're a perp. When something comes again, you're the perp. You did it. You're the respondent, the defendant, right? See, people don't care about this shit. People ignore it. They just don't give a fuck at all. So, again, this is where I come from. You know, my family stems from that area. Point blank, period. All these lands that I just read, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, and Florida, are littered with churches every fucking where. Why? Because of shit that I just told you. That shit is embedded in our DNA to be in fear and need to be saved because our ancestors were being killed and slaughtered. And it was like, here, this will save you. And they get to reading shit after coming and say, fuck, yo, flick, get that shit out my face in whatever language and fought. And they getting their heads shot off, chopped off, public hangings. Oh yeah, you're gonna start reading that book. You're gonna obey this new world order. We the new world order. See, the old world order back then was the new world order because that's what came. A new world came over here and ordered these motherfuckers to do everything that they want them to do. It's just history about to repeat itself again because we asleep at the wheel. That leads me to believe these motherfuckers got a new gun, right? To control us because they know weapons ain't gonna work. They got some new shit to run the game again. Get down or lay down. You see this shit over here? You see what happened to this nation? And them people wiped out in minutes, bleeding from their eyes, coughing up blood. You ain't gotta hang a bitch Disease X a motherfucker. That's all I'm saying. These motherfuckers got a new gun, guys. They got a new gun. That's right, Wise. I just happened to glance over. Y'all get it. Y'all get it. Y'all always get it. You know? And this is the shit that we should know. That's why I say go back to the basics. Go back to you. Bring yourself back to you. Where you came from, where your parents came from. I don't care if you hate your mother, your father, fuck it, your grandparents, where they come from, where your great grandparents, where they keep coming from. Okay, well, hey, if you're came from Europe or wherever the hell else, you trace back to there. You. It's okay for you to be here. Know what the fuck happened. Know what happened over there. How you got here. You know, you got a new mindset now. You ain't got that mindset. Grab my hand and come run with me. Come fight with me. Let's light the world up. That's what it's supposed to be. Look around America, man. That's what sorry, Laz, but that's when the whole thing is like, look at it. You know, it's no wonder why they want to destroy it. Look what this is why they want to destroy it. They're like, look at this shit. You know, it's crazy, man. But that's what we got to do, man. Back to the basics. Hell, we might be a whole long shot too late, but the basics speak for themselves, man. Find out who you truly are. They don't race. How the fuck? Oh, pray for Palestine. Look what they're doing over here. What the fuck? Are you serious right now? And sometimes I'll be wanting to say this. I'm like, God damn, why don't you march for all the people that are fucking long gone that we know that got record? We ain't got to guess what the fuck's going on and let mainstream. It's records of what the fuck they've done to the people. Why ain't protesting at the Indian nation? Say, what the fuck? This should be the whole nation. The government should have a reservation. Bitch, y'all over there. Y'all control that little piece of shit over there. Get the fuck out of here. Take your shit with you too. We bringing back culture, values, morals, principles, helping each other, banding together. Fuck what y'all talk. Get y'all ass in the fucking reservation, bitch. Switch places. Take all your armored vehicles and all your shit. We don't need that no more. We good now. And anybody act up, send their ass to the motherfucking government reservation. That should be the prison. Bitch, you can't act right in society? Go over to the motherfuckers who fucked it all up. They got the reservation now. We in control. Go over there. No. They're wicked. Flip the shit around. That's what they don't want. That's why they came together, said, we got to destroy this shit because they know. People are knowing. All right, well, we used the book for sorcery and magic for so many years. Now it's time to turn them against each other. What are they doing? Turning everybody against each other. You know? So, but most people I tell this shit, they don't give a fuck. It's just too hard to care. Too hard to love yourself so much that you would actually want to understand where you came from. You know? It's a journey that is amazing, man. It's an amazing journey that when you do go down that road, it feels good, man. When you can see that, damn, that was my great grandmother, great grandfather, uncles. Wow. You mean to tell me they were put in this war and gave these labels? They didn't want to join the war. They were forced to join this war, for them to further take other people's fucking shit. Ain't that crazy? Because innately, Humans ain't fucking savagery like that. They ain't savages. So so yeah, man. But that's all I got today, man. I gotta get up off here. But yeah, man. Study and realize and understand where you from, you know. So yeah. But shout out to all you guys, all the new faces, you know. Um much love to y'all. Thanks for stopping in this morning. But yeah, I'm gonna try to. If I see the live stream, I'm gonna jump in with Laz. Hit me with the email, and much love to everybody. And I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.